So since I posted the videos about how I was able to lose more than 30 pounds in 8 weeks eating low carb diet, the most common question that I've been getting is, what am I eating, and what do I buy when I go to the grocery store? So today I'm taking you guys to the grocery store with me, because it seems like most people have trouble knowing what to buy when they go to the grocery store. So some of you know that I do intermittent fasting. Because I'm doing intermittent fasting, I don't have to think about what I'm eating for breakfast. I don't have to think about what I'm gonna eat for lunch. And the only thing that I have to worry about is what I'm gonna eat for dinner. So only one meal a day. This makes life so much easier. And then when I go to the grocery store, I focus on like few things. I go straight to my produce, get my vegetables, and then I head to the protein area, so I get my meats and fish. And then I head to the dairy section where I get my creamer for coffee, and I also get milk for my daughter. I briefly stop in this bread section where I get bread for my daughter because she still eats bread. Not much, but that's what she eats for breakfast. That's it really. Produce, protein, dairy, and bread. That's literally it. We are all already stressed as it is with work, with just life in general, and having to add another level of stress that involves thinking about what to eat and when to eat and all that stuff, that's another level of stress that we don't need. So make life simple for you and plan ahead. And another thing about buying fresh produce and protein and things that are whole is the fact that I don't have to spend time reading the back labels. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how much time I spent in grocery stores just reading the labels. In the past, if I went to the grocery store for an hour, 30 minutes of that hour was spent reading the labels on the back of foods. Now, when I buy fresh produce and whole foods, I don't have to do that. This has been such a great time-saving thing. Like, my time in the grocery store is very efficient. That's another thing I love about this lifestyle change that we have adopted at this point. 8 weeks in.
So the very first section that I go to as soon as I walk into the store is the produce area to get my vegetables. In this case, I needed some cauliflowers. I like them fresh. It tastes better fresh, so I always go for the fresh ones. And then I needed some bell peppers. I cook with bell peppers. I put them in everything really, so I go through these a lot. Next, I needed some lettuce, so I grabbed some fresh ones. These were fresh from the farm. After grabbing those, I got some cilantro. I also put cilantro in everything. I just like the way it tastes and smells. I grabbed some white onions. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm cooking with American food, I cook with white onions. I only use the red onions when I'm cooking African food, and I don't know why I do it that way. It's just a preference. I was gonna grab some tomatoes, but we don't need any because we have plenty. So I went to get some apples for my daughter. She eats a lot of fruits as snacks, so I grabbed those. Then I went to the minced vegetables. And in this case, I needed some garlic, so I grabbed that before heading to the fruits section. Next on the list is fruits. Lemon and lime are also located in this area. I needed some lemon, so I stopped to get some. Guys, notice how I'm selecting my lemons with a bag on my hands. That's because I cannot stand it when people are touching things, foods that are out in the open with their bare hands. Your hands are covered in germs. Please let's not spread that. Anyway, I also grabbed some cilantro before heading over to get some berries. My daughter goes through berries like it's nobody's business, so I grabbed all 3 of them: blueberries, strawberries, raspberries as well, and blackberries actually. And also notice I have my list. Every time I grab something, I cross it out. It makes it easier for me to remember things. I love crossing things out. Next is bananas. We eat a lot of bananas in the house. especially my daughter and my husband. My husband uses them for his fruit smoothies, his green smoothies, and then the next on the list is protein. We start with the meat. I wanted to make a steak burrito bowl without the rice and the carbs. So I stopped to get, what did I get? Ribeye. After getting my ribeye, I headed over to the seafood section. I didn't get very much from here because we already have plenty of salmon at home, also some red fish. All I needed was shrimp. I've been craving shrimp, so I'm going to grab some before heading over to get some oil, cooking oil. We prefer cooking with olive oil. It's a little bit expensive, but it's also healthier, so that's what we cook with. Next, I've been loving this panko breading. I don't use it much, but I love using it when I do fried things. It's not very often, but I do fry things. The next section is the dairy. We go there for milk. My daughter drinks milk a lot, especially before bed, and also for her tea in the morning. And then I head over to get some heavy cream for my coffee. The next section is the bread section. I used to dread walking through this section because of this smell. Oh my god, bread smells so good. And these are freshly made bread, guys. So yeah, you can imagine the temptation, but I've learned to resist it. So I grabbed some bread for my daughter and head over to the next area. Another area that used to be very hard to walk through is the dessert section, also the cheese section. Oh my god, I'm a cheese girl. I still eat cheese, but not much at all. So anyway, I stopped to also get some fresh fruits for my daughter. She loves eating the a la carte fruits. After doing that, I stopped in the grains and seeds area to get some chia, I don't even know how to pronounce it, chia seeds and some sesame seeds. As we were heading out to the checkout area, I spotted the beautiful Angela Bassett. Oh, look at her. Anyway, then we checked out.
Thank you. And that's it. Just like that, we're done.
So here's everything that I brought. Notice that everything is fresh produce. We don't buy things in bulk because my husband and I, we prefer fresh foods. And we have a very small family. My husband, me, and our daughter, our 2-year-old daughter. So let me go over everything. We have bananas. Everything that you see here is organic. Organic foods are expensive, but we prioritize quality over quantity. I'm not saying everybody can do this, but this is just for us. This is what works for us. Our health is very important, and we invest in it, not just with our energy, but also with our finances. So really, everything on here is gonna be more expensive than what you would typically get from, like, for instance, like Walmart or Sam's Club. We prefer buying from local farmers, just because we know where the food comes from. The most expensive items here are, so the meat, I got 2 steaks, and this was $44, and this is a grass-fed, that's why it's very expensive. 2 pounds of shrimp, and this is wild caught, previously frozen. This is $16. The milk is very expensive. It is grass-fed for our daughter, and each milk was, I believe, $7. We get 2 of them because our daughter drinks milk a lot, and then she not only does she drink it before she goes to bed, but she also drinks it too for her tea. I make her tea in the morning for breakfast. This is my whipping cream, or whatever you call it, heavy whipped cream. This one is also locally made. It is expensive as well. $6 for this little thing. It lasts me about a week and a half, so I think it's worth it. Another expensive thing that we bought is this
extra virgin olive oil. Cauliflower, I only got one because that one, the cauliflower, fresh cauliflower doesn't last that long, so it helps to just buy one. Lettuce, pretty fresh. You can tell it has dirt, so I'm gonna have to wash it very good, but that's how I like my vegetables, coming from the farm. The bread is baked in-house, not stored. I put it in the bag myself. Like I can see them baking, and next time I'll take you guys on that tour. Cilantro also has some dirt on it, fresh from the farm. Some bananas. I buy green bananas because bananas don't last long. After a couple of days, they turn yellow and they ripe too fast. So anyway, so I buy them green so they can last a little bit longer. Strawberries, my daughter loves strawberries. Also this is what we give her for snacks. Notice that we didn't buy anything prepackaged. Nothing prepackaged. Okay, everything is fresh. I love white onions. This is what I cook with. Garlic, what do you call this? Like minced garlic? Oh yeah, minced. I could buy the whole garlic, but garlic is very painful to cut, to mince. So I buy the ones that are minced in-house. Oh, another expensive thing is this basil pesto. I put this in my daughter's pasta when I make her pasta, and this is made in-house. This little thing right here is $8, and it's made fresh. So yeah, I mean, being healthy costs money. And again, we prioritize quality over quantity, so we go with that. The only thing that I guess is processed is this breading. So you can tell it has a little bit of like bleach, wheat flour, coconut flakes, all that good stuff. It has a little bit of sugar, but this is probably the only carb that I'll include in my food. I mean, the ingredients are not great, but they're not terrible for something that we eat like maybe once a month. If you want to get technical with things, I'm very aware of what's in here and what it is, but every once in a while we do cheat a bit. So that's it. Did I leave anything out? I'm not sure if I left anything out, but that's basically. Oh, the total for this food haul was $170, and what made the bill go up very high is the steak, the shrimp, the 2 milk, the creamer, the olive oil, and the pesto basil. The strawberries were a little bit more expensive as well. This thing right here is like almost $7. But yeah. Oh, and these two, I guess everything, when you buy things organic, they cost a little bit more. So that's expected. Anyway, that's it.